We are live. Hey, I'm so excited to be back. Double checking that we are here. Yay, excited to be coming to you. And I have a new episode today, a training on a big question that I get all the time. How long do I need to launch my retreat for? How long should I launch a program for? And this really came through and forward from and with me over the weekend when I had some private clients, mastermind clients being like, I want to make more money. And I'm like, I've been following you now for months, if not years, and you just don't sell enough. In this training, I'm going to walk you through the importance of brand awareness with some key takeaways, a quiz that you can go and take to get you really clear on what this means and help you decide how long should you launch, how long should you sell something for, and why brand awareness matters. If you want to make more money, you just sell more. And I know for me, I've been on a sales healing journey. But the moment that I started selling the self love, live your yoga mentorship, and getting clients results, I began to get unapologetically good at selling because I knew what I was selling. I knew the transformation that was happening once clients got in the room with me. When you so firmly believe in your retreat, your online program, your workshop, your services, you're not afraid to sell because it's something you firmly believe in. If you go to the mall, if you go to Amazon, if you go to different websites, any business sells every single day. When I come onto your Instagram page or I open up my email, if I don't have an invitation to work with you, you're not going to make more money. There's three ways that you can sell. Creating a sales funnel where you make money while you sleep. It's an automated system that sells a service that you drive traffic to, a sales funnel. It can be live launching, which if you're not already, you can follow me on Instagram at Amber Hagberg in the midst of a live launch, which I'm tracking every single thing that I'm doing to share with my membership, to share inside of the mastermind every step, every phase along the way in a live launch where you're actively talking about something consistently for a period of time or until you fully book or sell it out. And then the other way is every single day, you're sending out an email, you're creating stories, you're creating posts, you're talking to people in person, you're actively selling and inviting people in to work with you. Those are three different ways that you can sell. And as a business owner who firmly believes in the magic and transformation of your work, that's something that you should be doing every day, all three of them, to have them all three set up. And some people don't want to ever live launch again. Some people don't want to do sales funnels. I'm the coach that's going to tell you you don't have to do it any certain way. I like to think of the Grateful Dead, like, let your life lead by its own design. No, let your business lead by your own design. What is your design? How are you? How do you operate? What gets you going? What excites you? And then sell that way. And make sure that before you begin inviting people in to work with you, that you are so firmly sold on it. And I know how now to heal from what I went through before as a self-love coach in the business industry now of helping others to have more money, have more impact, have more time is like, I'm doing that in my business and I'm sold on what I'm doing. You sell yourself on your services and your work first. That's how you get so excited to invite people into your offers. It's like, you know what you've done, you know what you've created. Like, if you could just give your life lessons and process and experience to someone else, like, okay, I can come and work with me. And that's why I'm not afraid to sell every day. That's why I'm not afraid to talk about my offers every day, because I know the impact. I wake up every day to celebrations, my clients hitting 10K months, 20K months, selling out $3,600 coaching packages, selling out retreats, booking out retreats within 5 days. I mean, the list goes on. And I had a lot of healing to do around that. But then I learned I'm doing it myself. That's a big enough testimony. That's a big enough testimonial. You live and lead with your life by experience first, and then you invite other people to come get in the room with you. Why? Because they don't have to learn the same mistakes you did. They don't have to go through all the things that you went through. There is a shortcut. And there is support, like support in the mindset, support in the embodiment to call you on your ish, and support in curating and crafting a strategy that you want. I think of this quote: you are the product of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. As entrepreneurs, as CEOs, as impact driven leaders, it's important that we get ourselves in the room with other people who are a few steps ahead, with people that are a few steps behind, where we get ourselves in the room of others that have a vision like we do to create an unconventional life. Like, success doesn't look one way. There's so many ways to build and create success. The goal now is for you to define what success means to you, and then build a life and your business around your life. So, what is brand awareness? And why is it important for your business? When I say brand awareness, like, what comes up in your mind? Who or what do you think of? Your brand is how you stand out amongst the crowd. It's what you are known and recognized for. In the Think Like a CEO masterclass, we talked a lot about my brand, my concept, looking at personal values, life values, seeing if there's an overlapping, looking at your personality and the way you live your life, and how can that bleed and attract the kind of business that you're creating, so you never hit a space where you're not passionate about what you do, where you don't hit burnout, but where you co-create your life and your business together, like the Costa Rica jungle. Like, how to really get clear on what is it that you do? What is it that you talk about? How is it that you serve? How is it that you support? And how can you begin to grow your brand? How can you grow your brand? What comes to mind when I say a brand that stands out, a brand that is known and recognized for something? What are the words or images that just drop in your mind when you envision the work that you're doing in the world? For me, it's like barefoot, money, happiness, naked babies on the beach, on the back of a motorcycle, freedom, freedom, travel, airplanes, overlooking the ocean, watching the sunset, salty feet, coconuts in the hands. What comes into the visualization for you if you're not driving right now and you're in a space and place that you can close your eyes? What do you help people with? Is it finding balance around the foods that you eat and feeling good when you put your clothes on? Is it having a holy sacred ceremony around your cycle and running through the different phases of your business with your cycle? Do you see yourself sitting in ceremony with women at a retreat? Like, what do you see? And what words come through on how you want to be known and recognized? These 2 questions, write them down if you can. How do you want people to feel when they come across your social media content, your podcast, your website, What do you want people to feel when they experience a live transformation, like a live delivery, like Instagram Live or Facebook Live or live on a podcast or live in a person workshop? Like, how do you want people to feel when they experience you and what you're teaching on, educating on, coaching people through? What is the feeling? And when you think about that feeling, how can you transmit that feeling through your energy, through your words, through visualization, through color? Like the green background of Costa Rica, the blue waves in one of the paintings I have behind me when I'm leading master classes. Like, what do you want people to feel? It's like, for me, it's like impact, the waves of like a whirlpool moving of like, you touch one person's life that touches another person's life that touches another person's life. And then it's like, then I say global, like a globe. But for you and your brand, how do you want people to feel when they come across you? And then, what is the overarching message of your content? What do you talk about? What do you express? What do you transmit through your words and through the visualization of reels and photos, the brand visualization of the photo or the reel, the words, the content? Like, what's the core message? I think of Nike, just do it. What's your core message? I have 3 to 5. You can pick 3 to 5. For Amplified Impact, Amber Hagberg, it's time freedom, financial freedom, freedom to live like a successful life. Some clients come to me and they just want 3K months. They're like, if I could just make 3K a month, like that's way more than I'm making now and I don't have to work as much. If I could, Amber, just get to 50K months, like what could that look like? How could we do that where I'm not working as much? Everyone has their own definition of like what they want and need to get by and what they desire based upon where they're going. A CEO has a big vision, bird's eye view of like, where will we be in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And I'm always talking about investing, what it means to invest in devotion to prayer, to a daily Kundalini practice, to awakening the energy within, investing in mentorship, therapy, getting your nails done, getting your hair colored, being natural, eating well, like investing in your health and in your fulfillment and in your happiness. And what does it mean to be invested in mentorship and support, like sisterhood, and making sure that I prioritize getting around and being with other mamas? Like, so important to feel supported as a mom, to have a mentor and a coach, to feel supported in the vision that I'm creating, the business that I'm building. Like, I talk about that a lot. I talk about impact, putting clients first. Before I started talking about money, money was a really, really edgy thing for me to talk about. Talking about impact, that was easy. I love celebrating because that's why I'm here. I created my business as a yoga teacher, as a retreat leader, because I started as a very unhappy, depressed, overweight, numbing out, literally tried committing suicide twice, so much pain from the childhood trauma. And when I found yoga, it changed my life. And then I was a struggling yoga teacher just wanting to give back to the world. And not by accident, I discovered the coaching industry. That then I was like, oh my gosh, you mean I can bring my gifts online, make more money, have more impact, and have more time? What? Teach me, tell me how. That's not possible. I don't believe that's possible. But like, what if that's possible? And that is how I got here. It's an evolution. And so these things are so important for me to talk about, as well as embodiment. I talk about the times that I'm not embodied and the times that I am embodied. So when someone finds my posts or my content, the core message is always going to be freedom and authenticity. that you can show up and be who you are as you are. A barefooted surfer, hippie mama making millions. You can be anybody that you desire to be and show up as you are. And you will attract your soul tribe. You will attract your soul tribe. And so, with these messages that were like, there's an undercurrent of the message. And so, as you want to expand your brand awareness and increase your visibility, that means consistency. Consistency in your energy, your message, and your content. Notice that I don't say daily. Notice that I don't give you X amount of time. Consistency. You are building brand awareness and recognition around what consistency means for you. Some of my clients come to me and they're like, Amber, I never want to post as much as you. And others are like, Amber, how do I post as much as you? And I always am like, this can work in so many different ways. And I want to help you find the way that is soul aligned for you so that you can be the embodiment of your message. So you need to show up, share, and serve consistently. Defining consistently for you in order to build brand awareness and recognition. The more that you allow yourself to be known and seen, the more your company grows. And I don't just mean showing up. I mean showing up and sharing your heart and your core message unapologetically. Not caring what your aunt thinks, not caring what your sister thinks, not caring what so-and-so thinks. Doing this for you and your clients and your community that you are growing, and knowing that there is repellent. You are putting on bug spray, literally, for the people that are not a match for you. Wow, you are putting on a fragrant, organic lotion that is attracting the perfect clients into your world. And there are 3 ways to make this happen. Actually, 4. The first one is organic content. Creating on social media, podcasting, growing your email list, showing up on different platforms across the board. This can be YouTube, Facebook, social media, Twitter, Threads, you name it. You choose which one you're showing up on the most, the one that you love, hone in on one platform and grow a community there that you are actively communicating with, engaging, market researching with, and growing like a relationship with the community that you're building. Talking back, responding, connecting, really getting to know who it is in your world. And then number 2 is networking. Networking. Who do you know? They say your net worth is your network. So why I love mentorship and getting in masterminds and online courses and going on retreats. I meet amazing new best friends, clients, retreat leaders, etc. It's the number 1 place that you really get to grow who knows you and what you do. And then you have all of these little people out in the world knowing who you are and what you do, and they start telling people about who you are and what you do. Connectors are a great thing to have, and that's not everyone's strong suit. Some people are really good at creating organic content and growing a following on social media. Others are really good at networking. The other thing that you can do is collaboration. Collaboration within people in your community, people that you know, people in your network. And as you're collaborating, you're giving your audience a different taste, a different perspective, and another expert sharing their voice, their zone of genius, while you then get to go be a part of their community and share your skills and your expertise. Network and collaboration are a great way to grow your community and your business, and also help others to grow their business and their community. And this is give and receive. Doing swaps and collaborating is such an incredible way to grow. And then finally is paid ads. Paid ads is a really good thing to use once your organic strategy is working and you're so crystal clear and dialed in on your marketing and messaging. So that way you're not paying to learn what it is you need to say and who it is you're attracting. In business, we're either paying with time or we're paying with money or a blend of both, which is what I love to do, time and money, because I love time and I love money. But sometimes it's faster to pay with money. And so, organic first, collaborate, network, and then when you have your messaging dialed in, you can amplify that with ads. Why is brand awareness important? Do I need to launch my retreat for 6 weeks, 6 months, or 1 year? If you are brand spanking new, but you have a huge network and a great community, you don't need a lot of time at all. If you're growing online and you have a huge following, you probably don't need a lot of time at all. If you are brand new, no one knows you, you don't have a big community, and you're just getting started, you need a lot of time to build brand awareness. I've had people watching my mastermind for years and being like, I've been following you for 5 years and now I'm finally ready to join your mastermind. I've been dreaming of going on one of your retreats since you moved to Costa Rica 8 years ago and I'm finally coming. Brand awareness is people are building, getting to know who you are and what you do, and the moment that they're ready, they buy. How do we grow our business? More people know about what we're doing, so more people buy, which is why a business is built on over time. It doesn't just happen overnight. Like if you go to launch a retreat, it's your first retreat ever, you sell it out, and then it takes some time. The next retreat, my question would be, how much brand awareness and relationship building and networking did you do in between those two retreats? If you're, for the first time ever, taking your gifts, your skills, your services online, you just created your unique niche, your online program, and you talked about it for a week and no one bought and you're sad, I've been there too. I talked about amplified impact in the beginning for 8 weeks, and only 3 people signed up that year. The next year, 24 people signed up. The next year, the next year, the next year, it's how many people know about what you do. They watch what you do. When they're ready, they buy. That's why brand awareness is so important before you sell, while you're selling, and after you sell. We are creating businesses that are based upon service, transformation, and client relationships. The more relationships that you have, the more people know, brand awareness, what you do, the more that your business grows and sells out. Make sure that what you take away today is that someone might need to see your retreat or your offer 32 times before they buy. Excuse me. Are you willing to send out that many emails, to show up that many times in stories, to do this until it sells out, and work on those 4 avenues for forever, always? It might just be the first 3 in the beginning: organic content, network, collaborate. Once you have those dialed in, the skills you've enhanced and grew and mastered and refined, then take your business money and put it back behind ads and get some of your time back to reach more people. Brand awareness is huge for your business. And that's why the business that we grow is a baby. It's a little garden. And it's something that needs tended to every single day. A little bit of sunshine, a little bit of water, a little bit of space. Brand awareness is really like the sunshine, the water to the already planted seeds. And every day, plant a new seed of brand awareness and give it a little bit of water, a little bit of attention. And I'm excited to hear what really lands and resonates with you. If you're here listening to the podcast, be sure to take a screenshot of the podcast, share your biggest takeaway around brand awareness. At the end of February 2024, I will be giving away a week of Voxer coaching with me to one winner. Anytime you share this podcast, Amplified Impact, into the world, you are going to be entered to win a week of Voxer coaching with me. And if you're like, heck, Amber, how can I work with you? I want to grow my business this year. I want to set up sales funnels this year. I want to live launch. I want to take the gifts, the skills, the passion, the service that I have and amplify my impact. Then join us for the mastermind. It's launching again this year in a completely different way than I've ever ran Amplified Impact before. It's mastermind style so that you can get yourself in the room with other incredible women with big dreams and visions to change the world and make lots of money doing so. When you sign up, you get instant access to over 20 plus modules walking you through step by step how to create your vision, your goals, what exactly to post on social media, like what goes into a post, how much should you post in the beginning of your business if you're growing your business, what do you do in Instagram lives. We're also going to dial in what makes an offer irresistible. Irresistible that like anyone that wants what you're offering, the transformation that you're providing, they can't say no. They're like, I need this. I need this. Creating irresistible offers. How to live launch your program into the world, how to create a masterclass, and your favorite, I know you're thinking this, Amber, how do I make the online biz tech stuff easy? I'm going to walk you through it with videos. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to create an email sequence, to create a masterclass, how to set up a sales page, what exactly goes on a sales page, what goes in a sales email, how to get people to sign up, how to sell in Instagram stories, as well as working with mindset, long-term vision, and embodiment in your work to be the magnet. All of that content is already there, ready for you to start watching right away. We have bi-weekly Voxer. Let me take that back. We have bi-weekly coaching calls and Monday through Friday Voxer coaching. So the way that this works is we get together every 2 weeks inside of the Zoom room to do hot seat coaching. Like, what do you need support with in your business? And every single person there, including myself, will be there to support you in giving you exactly what you need to go back and take action in your business. And then the Voxer coaching Monday through Friday is like, as you're implementing, you get to workshop with me in your back pocket. And then I'm so excited about this part. This is the new addition. Every single month for 6 months, we are going to have a brand new live training showing you how to set up organic sales funnels on Instagram, how to use ads when you're ready to amplify an easy ad strategy so that when your business is making money, you're taking a percent of that and putting it back into your business. We're going through another energy program that is all about connecting into the heart. Can't tell you the name yet, but it'll be dropping in just a couple of months. This is really inner body alignment. Every single month, there's going to be a brand new training for you. So much support. Ask me anything, do it together. Literally right now, I'm going through one of my clients' sales emails. Yesterday, I just went through her freebie that's bringing new leads inside. We're tweaking some of her marketing and her messaging. Next week on our call, we're making sure that everything is set up so she can start to sell out some of her retreats as she grows her audience with this freebie. It's like, I'm so excited because for me, like having a mastermind circle, having support, being able to learn tools, but also like discernment. What works for you? What do you want to do? And finding your own unique strategy. This mastermind is going to give you the tools that you need to grow and scale your business while getting super clear on what it is you want. Like, how much money do you want to make? How many clients do you want? What does your business model look like? And surprise, you're going to get 1 year into my monthly membership, which is daily podcast coaching on our private channel. You're also going to get access to the Sold Out Retreat mini course, as well as the entire program of Amplified Impact. So I'm really, really excited. If this lands, resonates with you, just send me a message on Instagram at Amber Hagberg. Send me the word mastermind. I want to have a conversation with you, see where you're at in business, why this is a good fit, why you feel like right now is the time for you to get serious in growing that baby business, turning your passions into profit, being able to have more time free to be barefoot. I was just celebrating in my Instagram stories today, like 10:45. I had already went surfing, did my morning Kundalini practice, hung out with Amani down by the pool, went to the farmer's market, made us breakfast, and I was already like my sales funnel bringing in like $500. And I was like, not online. I'm so excited to share with you those things that I'm implementing in my business and what took me from like a 60K year to 270,000 in 1 year. Like, I'm showing all of that to you inside of the mastermind. And I'm not just showing you, I'm doing it with you, which is so cool. I'm really, really, really excited. And if this resonates with you, it activates you, it excites you, and you can really imagine yourself working from anywhere in the world, doing it your own freaking way, having clients message you, telling you like they're hitting these incredible results because of your work. And you get to be doing what you love all at the same time. Come get in the room with us. I'm so, so excited about this. And I will talk to you in our next episode. Bye.